Gets in there a little bit too hot. He makes a little bit of contact right there, and then see JR lock the brakes up to try to avoid him, and he ends up making some contact with the outside wall as well. But a lot of damage to that Zach.
What happened? Yeah, too late. 20 trucks.
Looked like he was by himself, though. It didn't look like there was maybe any contact from any other trucks.
Tell you what.
Oh, that in turn one. We saw that just a moment ago. And evidently, he knocked some sheet metal in on a tire. He blew the tire as he came off turn 4, and around he went. I'm assuming he blew. Is he going back in the wall? Yep, hit it pretty good. I'm assuming a tire went. Maybe he just.
142. He is back up to 12th place, and around to the wall goes Mike Dillon. Dillon got a little high going into the corner.
Trying to recover. We've seen that 99 3 wide several times today.
Looked like the 13 of Willie Allen hit the curb and ran into the 99 of Eric Darnell. Then the 0.
Something else broke. There he goes right there. Tough break for Scott Lagasse Jr. He was
car that he owns.
See, watch the 47. Watch the 47. It turns.
Yeah.
Because the 52 got into the back of him.
Boy, that was a wild ride, and a lot of work, Randy, to try and get that car for Fuller back in if they can.
Oh, that's a tire.
That's definitely a right front tire going down.
And that's such a horrible. You're going through the turn, you got the thing wide open, you got the wheels turned to the left, and the next thing you know, you're on fire.
And the best thing for Stacy right now is that fire's being blown back behind the car.
Guarantee you it's getting hot in there, and as he got out of the car, it appeared that his.
Jacques Villeneuve, the 27. He's the truck that made contact with Stacy Compton. See, he turns Stacy around. Stacy tries to. He's got the wheels cut to the left. When he clears that 27 truck, it pulled him right down in front of Andy Lally. And what hard contact.
That's concrete, too.
Yeah, no safer barrier down there.
Barrier there. I'd like to see safer barrier.
He ran in the back of Jack and then into the wall, Phil. That truck's damaged pretty good.
The white truck right behind him also made some contact with the outside wall.
The other defenders here at Dover pit stops when we come back. Up across.
When we went to break, it was really Marcus Ambrose there in the 59 that got into Montoya, guys.
Yeah, it looked like these two rookies were kind of what Schrader calls arguing over space, and it really took out both of them right here.
Yeah, top two rookie contenders, and that's just as we explained earlier. Guy on the inside has a lot of responsibility.
But then he wants to get in that throttle and beat Jack Sprague off the corner. Oh, spin!
Problems hard. There is the 07. And we just heard, again, another hit. That was the 09 of Joey Clanton.
Caution is taking place. There's Mike Skinner. Just as Ray mentioned, he thought he had a soft tire. Bounced into the outside wall and came off the wall and made hard contact with the 20 of Marcus Ambrose. They came along with absolutely nowhere to go.
Right now, you see the back end starting around on the car. As he comes around, everybody behind him is just a victim.
Seth Benson, who is close enough to get through. And you see Sawyer get into Labonte, turn Labonte. And up and over goes LaJoy. Reiser hits the outside wall. So does Pearson. Reiser spins Fuller around, and Labonte goes straight back into the outside wall. Boy. Look at Reiser's car slide after caroming off the infield pit wall. And 6 cars.
There you see Bickle right there in the 59 car.
Yeah, he went in turn 1 and it looked like something happened to the right front. The car just went straight up the racetrack. He was trying to woo it up, but he hit that outside retaining wall.
I know the 99's probably thinking, he cut me off, but the 99 a year down the road, or maybe next time, he'll say, I wonder if that guy's going to give me room or not, and just breathe out of it.
He's got to put on his too. The better off he'd be. But I see that 58 car just got pretty bad loose getting down into 1 and hopped up into the side of the 47 John Wood.
One more caution as he comes.
Casey K went in on the outside there. Yeah, he went hurt.
Nowhere to go there, guys.
It's not over with yet.
Yeah. You all right, Stacy?
Avoid the contact there. Whoop, there it is.
Actually, that was a little of both. It looked like the 52 car came down on Kelly just a little bit.
Yeah, he has to kind of come down to get to the corner.
What happens? 36 turns to 59. Stacy Compton. 36 then collects.
Well,
we see 4 cars running together right here. And let's see what happens as they come off of turn 2. You can see Presley's car get up next to the wall. He just got up in that loose stuff that Buddy was talking about. Slid sideways, and then others coming on, hitting each other. And what, 3 more getting involved.
That was Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 31. In that Mark Green going to be a big factor here.
Oh, they touch. Around they go. McLaughlin takes the lead. Caution is on the speedway. Presley's in the wall. Atwood goes by. Earnhardt goes by. Oh, and
Turn Justin Labonte right up into the wall. Into the safer barrier, at least. Wow, lots of debris.
Reed Sorensen, the 41 car, second in the NASCAR Busch Series points.
Yep. Got the softer barrier there since I've...
All the signs of a right front tire going down, but right into that safer barrier.
And boy, that 95 car, like you said, he just squeaked by on the inside, but that was heavy impact.
And today, John Wood has already had troubles. This happened in qualifying earlier today with his primary car. And then on lap 7, in the backup car, it abruptly goes across the wall, into the wall, and he gets tagged, nowhere to go by the 30. Watch him in the corner there, just go straight across the racetrack. Ooh,
man. That one wouldn't, they call it a safer barrier, but it's not all that soft.
Just flashed on the headers, and I know it looks like Hermie got into him, but he didn't. It just, the car got loose off that corner. Keller spun just out of sheer reacting to what happened.
And I think that he may have started to decelerate and got tagged in the tail.
Keller?
Yeah.
He could have.
And I think it was Buckshot that may have caught a piece of him, and there was nothing Buckshot could do. He was committed to the inside as much as Keller was. Oh, that's a hard blow for the number 47 team of Jeff Fuller.
Yeah, you know, he was in the infield care center.
All right, now we see what happened to Stacy Compton. Cars are going to start scattering up against the wall. Watch the top right of your screen.
oh, yeah.
Who's that? Casey Kane was the light blue car involved there also.
Yeah, the Channel Lock car from Robert Yates Racing. On the inside of... Oh, he just loses control, and up the racetrack he goes right in front of John Wood.
Whoa, there he goes.
Oh,
there
Bickles around, and Earnhardt got him, and up and over goes the 21 of Quaffle.
Another Richard Childress car, and this one is upside down.
9th caution, lap 180.
Still there, up against the wall here in front of you.
Man, like a bomb goes off.
John Wood was slowing down to miss it, and Paul Menard got into the back of him. And John.
Look in. He's up against the car right in front of him, who was Casey Kane, but he's still getting that push from behind because Reed Sorensen can't see that he's totally against that car, and that's where, you know, it just gets down to the end of this race, and we start
outside the 25. 47 loses it, comes back around and takes out the 66 car. It's just it's a classic case of getting arrow loose again. We've talked about it time after time.
That Dick Trickle gets a slight tap from the rear from Wayne Grubb in the 83 car. Then just a moment later, here comes the 72 car, and he makes contact also with Grubb. But Grubb gets the best end of the deal. The car number 83, you see Trickle spinning on around. Grubb goes right on through. He's okay. But the 72 car there of Mike Dillon, he goes high on the outside, and then others get involved. Here's the number 44 car of Tony Stewart, the number 47 of Robert Presley getting involved.
On the bottom as he come off the corner, Robert comes down trying to get to the bottom of the racetrack so he can catch Dale Jarrett. They make contact in the outside wall. There's Elton Sawyer going in, and then I guess we've broken a fuel line off the 59 car. Wouldn't you guess, Kyle, that all that fire came from the fuel line?
It had to be a fuel line. If you watch the way the 44 hooks up behind the 59 car.
See.
It's already in progress, but just looking at the tire and all the damage, my guess is the tire is what caused it.
I just ran out of room. Boy.
Heavy contact.
That view didn't look too good, did it?
As he tries to stay off Kurt Busch, passing him on the outside. And the Cloric's car ends up
that gum
in the fence.
He just starts wobbling off the corner there, coming down the straightaway and
Towed
spins
out,
out.
we call it. Suspension really in tough.
That's definitely a blown tire. See all these parts flying out from under it.
On the inside of Greg Sachs, now Jeff Fuller comes along in the 47, and he and Sachs are going to make contact right there. And they both spin. The 8 car in the back of the 45 car. He goes by. Trickle is able to go by. Now the 36 car, evidently someone ran in the back.
Up under somebody.
And look at Matt Kenseth almost getting in some trouble there as he almost spins. And then we see Knopfsinger in 43 go round. There was Tim Fedewa also down on the bottom, the 33 car. The 44 runs into Fedewa. Man, there must have been 6-8.
Oh, Stremley was just in the wrong place.
All the way down into the 47. Thought I had to slow down. He ended up hitting me.
He's up in front of this crowd right here. Yeah, the 32 gets into the back of the 21. Amy gets into the back of Sauter, and that's what started. I don't know, but it looked like from when I was looking at it, the 21 dropped down for some reason.
But apparently maybe Lyndon Amick got in the back of him, checked up, then Brian Vickers gets in the back of him, the 5 car.
Caused this? Yes, it did. He hits the wall, and then somehow.
You see, here we go. Marcus Ambrose just gets loose, getting in the corner. Car turns around. He already had some damage from an earlier spin.
It looked like he was already really loose before that with that right rear quarter panel damage. Didn't have the downforce he needed. But again, we're seeing all these loose conditions getting at the corner. They get at the corner so deep, and they just...
Show it to you from a slightly different look as LePage bounces off the wall. Almost caught Steve Park on the way by.
Yeah, see the 80 car there. He just, I mean, he never slowed down. He got him a double. He got him a double shot.
Look at Robert Preston.
Oh, man.
He and Buckshot Jones almost got it. Bobby Long promo here.
And they would be at South Austin and Myrtle Beach where he wrecked 2005. Oh, trouble on the front straightaway.
What about the 38 car? He takes off, and Martin does not take off. He gets turned into the wall. Contact, the 47 of Byers involved.
They're wrecking now. Wrecking now. Come on.
This is definitely a fuel situation that caused this.
Oh, man, I can't believe this for
Okay, let's take a look. Just too many cars down there. Looked like the 10 car drifted up the racetrack there. Johnny Andretti.
Yeah, and the other two had no place to go because once it's like we talk about Dover being a zone.
Whoa, Fuller was sideways through the corner. Yep, he loops it in the 85 Phil in the 85 car.
There's the spin, and you saw the contact against the concrete on the inside, almost head on.
So now I know what happened to the right rear because
Latest caution flag up in turn 2, and you saw the impact.
Wow, look at the springs and everything flying out of that race car. That is a heck of a lick.
Kenny Strader right here and turns him. There's your wreck right there. Then all of a sudden somebody runs in the back of the 32 car and spins him down. Here he comes down across the thing here. He spins. There's your wreck right there. There's plenty of room to get through. The guys behind him, they can't see it. Somebody checks up. The next pack starts running into each other, and you'll see them start running into each other right here. They kick the 59 out of position here. All of a sudden, the racetrack is blocked. You can't see anything. You're driving in there blind, and everybody runs over everybody, and there's no place for anybody to go.
Unbelievable. I mean, two good cars into the wall in case you just, and look at Stephen Wallace go by, misses about a...
Top of the screen. Is that Mark Green and Hamilton Jr. that tangled to start it?
I don't know. See Shane Mill, the 40.
Below David Rudiman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of. And then it all broke loose behind him. Cars.
Ooh, that's a hard impact there.
Looks like he's just going to get hooked. Tries to save it, and right straight into the wall.
Oh, we see a big hard bump draft right there, and that was just, there was just too much closure rate. They were coming too fast into each other.
Yeah, and he was pushing him to the 42, and then the 16 car, Greg Bivell, couldn't go any further.